Hello and welcome back, and we're looking at another skill in connection with project management, and that is scheduling. Now, scheduling takes quite a bit of skill to get right, and here are some of the things that need to be done. We're going to start with the idea of what scheduling is, and essentially it's breaking down a large project into smaller tasks. Once you've gone and figured out what your smaller tasks are, then the next thing is to figure out a completion date. So, for example, what we have here is an example. So, let's say there's a big project, that of building a car. Now, once we've built the car, or as we build the car, we've got to do these smaller tasks. The idea of bodywork, engine, electrics, and suspension are all types of jobs that would need to be done in order to be able to complete a car. Now, each of these smaller tasks or subtasks can be scheduled. So, the scheduling would be this: figuring out when each task needs to be completed by. So, this is quite a hard thing to do. If you haven't got any experience of it, then it's thinking about, well, what are some of the factors that would need to be included to come up with an estimation of when a particular task is done. So it would obviously rely on staff and availability of various resources, but the idea of being able to figure out when each of these tasks should be completed by does take a little bit of experience. Now, the idea of experience is if you have already gone and done a similar job, it's a lot easier because then you can gauge it from there. The second thing is, which involves a fair bit of skill, is making sure that everybody involved within the project is kept on continuous work, that they're continuously working. So as a builder, say, you would want to make sure that your equipment, your brick, cement, resources are already there in place before they are actually needed. Companies can become inefficient if the resources are not there and workers are left idle because they can't actually work. So scheduling is making sure that the resources and all the means are there so that workers can go from one particular job to another job seamlessly without having to have a break. So, in order to be able to make all this work, there are certain things that the project manager can do. So, for using charts, for example, and the idea of a Gantt chart would be great, because the Gantt chart can show dependencies, and dependencies are jobs that need to be done before that job can be done. So dependencies are that, making sure that previous jobs are completed before this particular job can be done. Staff allocation is also important. So have you got the right number of staff? Do you have the right expertise? Are those who have expertise available when you want them? So it's a case of booking them in and being able to schedule their point of work as well. As we schedule, some jobs do not have to be done one after another. In fact, there are two types. Scheduling can be done either sequentially or in parallel. So sequential working would be, say, if you were looking at a house, you would say, right, the first job is to design the house, say. Second job would be to dig for the foundation. Once that was done, the third job would be, say, putting in the cement. Parallel would be an example where two jobs can be done at once. So, for example, let's say the foundation has already been put in. Then once that has been put in, you can do two jobs. Say you can build the walls, and as other walls are being built, you can put in the windows as well. So scheduling is a complicated skill. It's making sure that you can break down the task into subtasks, giving those tasks a realistic deadline date. It's making sure that using various charts like Gantt charts and PERT charts, that there are the resources available so everyone is working efficiently and that there is no downtime. And an efficient form of scheduling is seeing if you can do jobs in parallel, not just sequentially. Thank you very much.